All right, welcome back to Bayou Town. We're joined now by the parish president of Lafourche Parish. There you see him, Mr. Archie Chaisson. And Archie, welcome to the program.
Hey, Martin, thanks for having us again.
Good. All the, I guess, constructive criticism we threw out FEMA's way, I got to tell you, a nice gentleman named John Mills just came on my show and he reported that Terrebonne and Lafourche now are pretty close to receiving the same amount of funds that Orleans Parish is receiving. So, all of that constructive criticism got them rolling. So, congratulations on that.
No doubt, Martin. And I got to give credit. Tony Robinson, who's the Region 6 administrator from Denton, was in with us last week, and we went through it all with him. I didn't hold any punches, just like on the call that we were on a couple of weeks ago, talking about sheltering, talking about the individual assistance that our residents have received, and then talking about the public assistance, the side we get to help rebuild the cash flow, right? As we tend to put out a ton of money during and after storms, especially with debris pickup in a storm like this. And he was receptive to it. He knew the challenges with the sheltering program. They face it every time, and he was committed to helping us work through that. So hopefully we're making some progress. The governor is going to do an announcement, if he hadn't already, about their direct housing program. And opening up a web portal and a phone bank for people to call if they need that long-term sheltering. So we ought to see some units. Hopefully, they're still telling us 7 to 10 days. So that's a good thing. But look, if the one thing I want to point out while I'm talking about that is that if you've already called our office or if you've already registered with FEMA for that sheltering component, you don't have to re-register with the state number that the governor put out today. You're already on the list. We've sent them our spreadsheet. We're cross-checking all that data with the stuff FEMA has. So hopefully it'll be a seamless transition for people who have already called. You might get a phone call if they need some extra information from you, if there's something missing from either FEMA or from our piece of the puzzle. But that'll be a one-stop shop, hopefully, to get some of these housing stuff moving. But FEMA's been really great in the beginning, right, doing disaster assistance registrations and setting up these DRC sites. So if you do have an issue with your claim and you need to appeal it or bring in some information from your insurance company, they meet with a couple hundred folks a day between the site in Matthews and the site in Golden Meadow. So I give them an A+ on that. It's just the sheltering component that we've struggled with.
Now, the trailers, from what I understand, are also on the fast track. So once again, I think FEMA heard, but I want to let people know how big this is for Terrebonne and Lafourche to get basically the same. It's a little less, but not much. We're not going to split hairs. Then New Orleans, and not that some people in New Orleans don't need it, but we're normally the stepchild of that type of money. But it shows that they're at least listening.
Yeah, we have probably close to 40,000 registrants now for individual assistance with well over $50 million approved and most of it paid out. So again, I give them kudos. They've been really good about sending people down here. We used our resources to help canvass neighborhoods. So we sent those FEMA DSA folks door to door. So people didn't have to come to our offices initially. They were in the communities. They've done most of South Lafourche. They've done most of Central Lafourche, from Raceland through Lockport. They've been down to Grand Bois. They've been down to Pointe-aux-Chenes, as well as the Blue Roof people. We're well over 4,000 registrants for Blue Roof, well over almost 2,000 roofs put on by this point. So we had that extension, and they extended it for another 15 days. So if you haven't signed up for your Blue Roof, you still have that time to do it. It's blueroof.us. It takes about 5 minutes. We registered people over the phone. Buddy Miller, who's does the little radio show down in La Rose, I registered him while waiting to get on their radio show last week. So it's simple. Anybody can do it from your phone or your tablet or your computer, or you can call a 1-800 number. So again, I give kudos to them. They heard us screaming, they heard the passion in Gordon and I's voices, and they've made it right for the most part.
And I must say that even on our show today, I had FEMA reps on a little while ago. Y'all up to $61 million. So add $11 million to the 50 you just said. So that's good stuff, for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. Every penny helps our people, Martin, no doubt.
As I look, and people ask me, Martin, you've been to La Rose, you've been to Golden Meadow, you've been to Terrebonne Parish. What's the difference between the eastern and the western eye wall? Well, in this case, because they had such a strong western eye wall, it was significant. But like I said, that ground zero in Golden Meadow and Leeville and Grand Isle and Fouchon, I mean, it's a cut above on the western side, but this was one mean storm, no doubt about it.
No doubt, it's going to be one for the record books. I think for you and me and Gordy and everybody else in the path of it. This, when you fly over it, especially the breadth of this storm was so big that you think about hard hit as Golden Meadows, but then you drive into Homa, you go down to the five bayous of Terrebonne, and you go down to Pointe. It's just as bad because of the girth of this thing. When you look at the coastal marshes, all the protection work we have done, and that's been a talk that we've been having with Chip Pond up at CPRA about how to rebuild some of this stuff, because now the Gulf is at Lake Salvador. The Gulf is right at the intercoastal on the east side between us and Pointe. So it's going to be tough to put all this stuff back together, but hopefully with some of the supplemental that passed through Congress last week, about $5 billion of it went to the Corps of Engineers for a work plan. So we're going to be pushing, from Arganza to the Gulf and some floodgates in the intercoastal, hopefully deal with some of the issues that we saw there. And then plugging away at some of the coastal projects and rebuilding what we've lost. But yeah, it was a hell of a storm, Martin. It's something I hope we never knock on my desk that's wood. Hopefully we never have to go through it again.
Well, we appreciate you as always, and I'll wrap it up here, but I know I'll be seeing you tomorrow as Steve Scalise comes in town, so we'll catch up with you on the ground and we'll do some more interviews. But thank you again, Archie, for what you're doing. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Martin.
All right, there you have it, the parish president of Lafourche Parish. We'll take a break. We have a lot more here on Bayou Time, and we'll be going on location in Chauvin in short order.